Our next guest, J.K. Gazama, has a vision of an inclusive and vibrant bar. He was called to the bar in 1986 and established his law offices in 1989. He was appointed a notary public in 1996 and was conferred with the rank of SAN in 1998. He's a fellow of the Chartered Institute of Arbitrators. He's also a very active member of the bar and has served as pioneer chairman of the NBA section on Public Interest and Development Law, SPIDL. He was also vice chairman, NBA section on legal practice, chairman of the Abuja branch of the NBA, member of the General Council of the Bar, the Council of Legal Education, amongst other positions. Channels TV's correspondent, Amaka Okafor, began by asking his views about the election process.
As far as the credibility of the chairmanship and membership of the Electoral Committee, I think I give them kudos. That cannot be faulted. As regards the process, the preparation, I think they are assiduously making efforts and giving it the best shot to ensure a free, fair, and credible elections. But I think one thing must be gotten right. There is the big question that we must collectively answer, which is now sub judice, because a gentleman who was contesting for the office of the National Publicity Secretary, John Austin by name, was disqualified. So he approached the court for a judicial answer as to whether his disqualification was in order or not, and in addition to that, whether our Constitution recognizes aye voting. So the court might likely answer that soonest. The Constitution prescribes without any equivocation that it has to be e-voting. And e-voting simply means assembling computers at different venues, for example, at the branch level, and members coming to vote. And in the process, you have the e-result saved in the system, and then you have the backup, which is printable. Then if there is a dispute, you compare the two. We have done that twice in Abuja, and it worked out well. No complaints, no election petition, quote and unquote, by anybody. Now, in contradistinction, what is being adopted or proposed by the Electoral Committee is aye voting, and aye stands for internet. In other words, you can vote from the comfort of your room, your house, even in the plane if there is Wi-Fi or connectivity to the internet. You can vote from states, USA, Canada, Dubai, anywhere in the world. Now that has a lot of hitches, generally speaking, can be hacked into. We have consulted widely within the country, outside the country, and the sum total and aggregate of professional advice is that even as a country, we are not ripe, let alone as segments. But I think one requirement many have made is to see to the possibility of having results declared at branches. We have about 116, with the new ones, probably 120 branches nationwide. For credibility, for fairness, for confidence in the entire electoral system, particularly bearing in mind where the headship or some leaders have come out openly to declare support, whether rightly or wrongly, where your leader tells you that even Obama has chosen his successor in a political party in the States. This is a professional body. Then there is something wrong somewhere.
Would you have a problem with the outcome of the election if these suggestions of yours are not taken into consideration?
You get to the bridge and start thinking of how to cross it. Now, we are obedient members of the profession. We have campaigned, talked to our colleagues, the seniors and the younger ones. And we are set. And if by any judicial intervention there is an amendment to the process, fine, because like I told you, the matter is sub judice. I can't go further than that. If there is none, we go into it. So we leave it open.
Away from that, can you give us specific reasons why young lawyers should vote you?
In the first place, speaking jokingly, I am much younger by far than any other contestant or candidate for the same position of the presidency of the NBA. Now, more seriously, apart from being young at heart, we have care in our office, and speaking for myself as a person, for the younger ones. We know the challenges they are going through, and they are not just the future of the profession, but the future of the country, because the legal profession is the foremost of all professional bodies in the country, and it is the national voice of the profession. Now, we have over the years embarked upon programs and actions that have bias exclusively for the younger ones. One, we sponsor all our lawyers to attend continuing legal education courses within the country and beyond the seas. We have what we call the Honorable Justice C.A. Oputa Mentorship Program, where we assemble not less than 60 lawyers from across the length and breadth of the country in this office, in the Honorable Justice S.M.A. Bulgaro Hall on the ground floor. And they are mentored by justices of the Supreme Court, retired and serving, and members of faculty, including QCs from abroad and SANs here in the country. We have a moot court, purpose-built on the Penn floor, where they come and rehearse. Of recent, just last week, the law students of the University of Abuja honored my humble self because of all these efforts.
Tell us briefly why other lawyers, your contemporaries and your seniors should also vote for you in this coming election.
I care for them. And by God's grace, I was the first to take silk out of about 1,700 graduates of the Nigerian Law School in 1986. And they made me the chairman of the class for 8 good years, after which they made me the elected leader. A position that is not contestable. It's for life. So I have appreciated that. And to a large extent, my colleagues who are older and senior in every way have acclaimed that class to be the primus inter pares of all the classes of the Nigerian Law School. And a lot of classmates gave that credit to my humble self. So it is that energy, that vision that I use for the class and for this law career and office that I want to use to transform the MBA, to make it the best on the African soil and to make it one of the best in the universe.
Some have expressed concern that you actively participated in the last administration, and others have said that as a PDP lawyer in this era of change, you are not the right person to lead the bar. What do you have to say about that?
If you allow me to assess myself, as a dancer, I was good. So I attracted everybody. I attracted political parties. I attracted foreign investors. I attracted individuals. What's wrong with that? What matters is your character. As of today, I do a lot of cases for APC members. I do a lot of cases for APGA members. I do a lot of cases for PDP members and non-political office holders and non-politicians. What matters is how do you do it? Do you do it with integrity? I have never for once appeared before any disciplinary panel. I have never for once been invited anywhere by anybody. That is what matters.